Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. Jai Gana Mana Adinayak Jai He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravid Utkal Banga Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jaladi Taranga Tava Shubh Naame Jagire Tava Shubh Ashish Mange Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Jana Gana Mangal Dayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He.
Today we celebrate the 74th Republic Day of India, and we celebrate our freedom and our republic. We also rejoice over our nationhood and our successes, and it is a day for us to also make resolves to make India more prosperous and capable. I have the honor to now read out the excerpts from the address to the nation by the Honorable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, which she delivered on the eve of the 74th Republic Day yesterday. The full text will be available on our social media. I'll be reading out excerpts first in English and some parts in Hindi. And here I begin. Dear fellow citizens, Namaskar. On the eve of the 74th Republic Day, I extend my heartiest greetings to every Indian, at home and abroad. We will now enter the 75th year as a republic. From the day the Constitution came into effect to the present day, it has been an amazing journey that has inspired many other nations. Every citizen has reason to be proud of the Indian story. When we celebrate the Republic Day, we celebrate what we have achieved together as a nation. India is, of course, home to one of the oldest living civilizations. India is called the mother of democracy. As a modern republic, however, we are young. In the early years of independence, we faced countless challenges and adversities. We have succeeded as a democratic republic because so many creeds and so many languages have not divided us. They have only united us. That is the essence of India. That essence was at the heart of the Constitution, which has withstood the test of time. The national movement led by Mahatma Gandhi was as much about winning independence as about rediscovering our own ideals. Our founding document is inspired by the humanistic philosophy of the oldest living civilization in the world, as well as new ideas that emerged in more recent history. The nation will always remain grateful to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who headed the drafting committee of the Constitution and thus had a critical part in giving it the final shape. On this day, we should also remember the role of jurist B.N. Rao, who had prepared the initial draft, and other experts and officers who helped in making of the Constitution. We are proud of the fact that the members of that assembly represented all regions and communities of India, and that they included 15 women too. Their vision as enshrined in the Constitution has been continuously guiding our republic. While Baba Sahab Ambedkar and others gave us a map and a moral framework, the task of walking that path remains our responsibility. We have largely remained true to their expectations, and yet we realize that much remains to be done to realize Gandhiji's ideal of Sarvodaya, the upliftment of all. Yet the progress we have made on all fronts is encouraging. In our mission of Sarvodaya, the most encouraging has been the progress made on the economic front. Last year, India became the fifth largest economy in the world. It needs to be underlined that this achievement comes against the backdrop of high economic uncertainties around the world. India has been among the fastest growing economies, major economies. This has been made possible by timely and proactive interventions from the government. The Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative in particular has evoked great response among people at large. It is a matter of great satisfaction that those on the margins have also been included in the schemes and programs, and they have been helped in tiding over difficulties. The ultimate goal is to create an environment in which all citizens can, individually and collectively, realize their true potential and prosper. As education builds the right foundation for this purpose, the National Education Policy of India has introduced ambitious changes. It rightly addresses the twofold aims of education as an instrument of economic and social empowerment and as a means to explore truth. The Digital India mission is striving to make information and communication technology inclusive by bridging the rural-urban divide. We have reasons to be proud of our achievements in the domain of science and technology. India's Mars mission was powered by a team of extraordinary women, and our sisters and daughters are not far behind in other areas too. Women's empowerment and gender equality are no longer mere slogans, as we have made great progress towards these ideals in recent years. The same vision of empowerment guides the government's approach to the marginalized communities, including the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. In fact, the aim is not only to remove hurdles and help them in development, but also to learn from them. Tribal communities in particular have rich lessons to offer in many areas, ranging from protecting the environment to making the society more cohesive. Dear fellow citizens, as a result of a series of initiatives in recent years to transform all aspects of governance and unleash creative energies of people, the world has started to look at India with a new sense of respect. This year, as you know, India holds the presidency of the group of 20 nations. The G20 presidency is an opportunity to promote democracy and multilateralism and the right forum for shaping a better world and a better future. As G20 represents about 2/3 of the world's population and around 85% of global GDP, it is an ideal forum to discuss and find solutions for global challenges. To my mind, global warming and climate change are the most pressing among them. To maintain the balance between development and empowerment, we have to look at the ancient traditions with a new perspective. We must once again rekindle that respect for nature and humility before the vast universe. We need to modify our lifestyle if we want our children to live happily on this fragile planet. One of the changes suggested pertains to food. I am happy to note that the United Nations accepted a suggestion from India and declared 2023 as the International Year of Millets. Coarse grains like millets are eco-friendly as they require less water to grow, and yet they provide high levels of nutrition. If more and more people turn to millets, it will help conserve ecology and also improve health. Now I'll read some parts in Hindi. गणतंत्र का एक और वर्ष बीत चुका है और एक नया वर्ष शुरू हो रहा है। यह अभूतपूर्व परिवर्तन का दौर रहा है। महामारी के प्रकोप से दुनिया कुछ ही दिनों में बदल गई थी। पिछले 3 वर्षों के दौरान जब भी हमें लगा कि हमने वायरस पर काबू पा लिया है, वायरस ने फिर से किसी विकृत रूप में वापस आया है। लेकिन अब इससे घबराने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हमने ये समझ लिया है कि हमारा नेतृत्व, हमारे वैज्ञानिक और डॉक्टर, हमारे प्रशासक और कोरोना योद्धा किसी भी स्थिति से निपटने के लिए हर संभव प्रयास करेंगे। साथ ही हमने यह भी सीखा है कि हम अपनी सुरक्षा में कमी नहीं आने देंगे और सतर्क भी रहेंगे। प्यारे देशवासियों, विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में कार्यरत कई पीढ़ियों के लोग हमारे गणतंत्र की अब तक की विकास गाथा में अमूल्य योगदान के लिए प्रशंसा के पात्र हैं। मैं किसानों, मजदूरों, वैज्ञानिकों और इंजीनियरों की भूमिकाओं की सराहना करती हूँ, जिनकी सामूहिक शक्ति हमारे देश को जय जवान, जय किसान, जय विज्ञान, जय अनुसंधान की भावना के अनुरूप आगे बढ़ने में सक्षम बनाती है। मैं देश की प्रगति में योगदान देने वाले प्रत्येक नागरिक की सराहना करती हूँ। भारत की संस्कृति और सभ्यता के अग्रदूत प्रवासी भारतीयों का भी मैं अभिनंदन करती हूँ। इस अवसर पर मैं उन बहादुर जवानों की विशेष रूप से सराहना करती हूँ जो हमारी सीमाओं की सुरक्षा करते हैं और किसी भी त्याग तथा बलिदान के लिए सदैव तत्पर रहते हैं। देशवासियों को आंतरिक सुरक्षा प्रदान करने वाले समस्त अर्धसैनिक बलों तथा पुलिस बलों के बहादुर जवानों की भी मैं सराहना करती हूँ। हमारी सेनाओं, अर्धसैनिक बलों तथा पुलिस बलों के जिन वीरों ने कर्तव्य निभाते हुए अपने प्राणों की आहुति दी है, उन सब को मैं सादर नमन करती हूँ। मैं सभी प्यारे बच्चों को उनके उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए हृदय से आशीर्वाद देती हूँ। आप सभी देशवासियों के लिए एक बार फिर मैं गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं व्यक्त करती हूँ। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत। That was the address of our Honorable President of India to the nation on the eve of the Republic Day. I thank you again for joining us today and wish you all a very happy 74th Republic Day. Thank you very much.
इतने पावन हैं लोग जहाँ, इतने पावन हैं लोग जहाँ, मैं नित नित शीश झुकाता हूँ। भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ। है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा, है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा, मैं गीत वहाँ के